Hello, my name is Adam Hyatt. I'm a Fairfax County parent and of a student, and I wish to thank all of the Fairfax County School Board members for all of their tireless efforts to make Fairfax County Schools a great place to work. On Easter weekend, President Barack Obama visited the state of Utah. State and political leaders expressed their concern over non-discrimination policies and how these are colliding with religious freedom and free speech. This year, Utah became the first state in the nation to pass legislation that included non-discrimination on the basis of both gender identity and sexual orientation. It was passed by a coalition of political and religious leaders and was touted by state leaders as a model policy for other localities and states to follow. While I do not represent my church, I would like to express my personal faith by quoting selected pieces from the newsroom release of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on this issue. It is coercive measures such as these that have so alarmed people with religious values who wish to live their faith without being intimidated. In state after state, advocates for religious liberties on the one side and advocates for LGBT rights on the other have clashed repeatedly. The result has frequently been the failure of either side to advance their cause, and anger and bitterness has been the end product. The church supported non-discrimination ordinances in 2009 in Salt Lake City, and in 2015, Utah passed 3 statewide legislative bills, Senate Bill 296, 297, and House Bill 447. They gave parents the final say about what their children learn in public schools about human sexuality. It included employment protection, issues on marriage and education. On employment, all employees may express their religious convictions about matters of faith, marriage, family, and sexuality outside the workplace and inside the workplace in reasonable and non-disruptive ways. It allowed employers to set grooming standards. It also allowed employers to make sex-specific designations for restroom and other facilities, but they must make reasonable accommodations for all their employees. The effect of the 2015 Utah legislative action is a compromise in the truest sense. The church has not altered its doctrinal position on homosexual behavior or what constitutes chastity. It has not changed its position on same-sex marriage, and all faiths now have additional protections for their fundamental right to freedom of religious belief and expression. On the LGBT rights side, a gay or transgender person in Utah can no longer be arbitrarily fired simply on sexual orientation or gender identity. In all of this, church leaders have followed the example of the Savior. While he never condoned the sin, Jesus Christ was the first to reach out to the marginalized, the oppressed, those without a voice, or those who struggled in one way or another. End quote. In conclusion, I strongly urge the board to reaffirm their commitment to religious freedom and free speech, non-discrimination, and upholding parental rights by amending their policies to include similar items that would assure such protections. Thank you for your time.